What's the crack? What's the bleeding story? How yous all doing? Hope you're well. Gyokeres in the door. He's fucking in the door. Happy days. I'm bleeding buzzing over that. Big time, because it's something that we needed. We were short last year. You know, Jesus, Kai Havertz, even though Kai Havertz did score a few goals, but he's not going to get you them 20, 25, 30 goals that you need to win the Premier League. Like, look at Liverpool last season. They had feck all injuries. Mo Salah was just Mo Salah. He was just on fire, you know. With Liverpool as well, going after these players that I forget your Enrique, whatever you call him, and obviously Vorts, who they've got in as well. They're strengthening their squad. Plus they have Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk. You know, they've strength and depth. And I do think that we are short in that department. Hence what happened us last season with the injuries and stuff like that. When Saka got injured, Kai Havertz got injured, it destroyed the season, you know. And we just had nothing coming in to like, you know, sort of complement us or try to keep us going, you know. And Liverpool did, and that's why we didn't win the league. But Gyokeres in the door now. 97 goals in 2 seasons for Sporting in 102 games. I know people are going saying, Dale, it's the Portuguese league. I get that. I do get it. You know, there's been a few duds coming from the Portuguese league. Darwin Ewan he came from there, didn't he? Benfica, and you know, another few. But there has been a few good players who has come as well. Ronaldo, he's done all right. Bruno Fernandes, as much as I hate the dickhead, he's still a quality player. Still can score goals. So Gyokeres, for me, he's a tough, solid fella. He's already played in England. He went off, learned his trade a bit more, and he reaped the rewards from it. Now, look, playing in the Premier League, I'd be surprised if he got over 25 goals this season. You know, I think, like, I can't see him getting 30. I don't know, for some reason, but I can see him getting in between 20, 30, in around the 25 mark, maybe, you know, and complement that with the likes of Saka's goals, Kai Havertz, Odegaard, Gabriel, like, you know, from set pieces and stuff like that. It can only help us, you know, it can only help us. And, you know, we have to close a gap from Liverpool of 10 points last season, you know, because they're going to be strong this season. And we're not even talking about Man City. We're not talking about Chelsea. You know, who else is going to be up there? Is Newcastle going to get up there? They're looking to sign a few players, and you know, it's going to be a tough league. I just, like, you know, I can't see the way the likes of Chelsea, Man City, you know, they didn't have the best of seasons. Fair enough, they had a good finish to the end of the season, but you know, through that gap, like, you know, just after Christmas, and you know, they were actually bad, you know. But this is what we're talking about. Like, these signings that Arsenal are doing, this Gyokeres signing had to be done if we wanted to take the next level or to keep up with Liverpool at the minute. I think we still need another few signings. I'd love Eze to come in. I think if we get him, we can certainly close that 10-point gap that was with Liverpool, big time. Because Eze, I don't think he needs to bedding in time. Playing for Crystal Palace, he's already in London. Does he need to move gaff? You know, I don't know. But, you know, he's settled into the Premier League. He knows what it takes. You know, so let's push on. And the thing with Arteta, and he did say that he needs more signings. So at least that's good for me. It's sort of letting me settle my nerves, going, thinking we get Gyokeres in, and then that's it. You know, we don't sign anyone else, because that would be just putting the carrot on front of you again, just dangling it, and it's just not enough, you know. So yeah, well done Arsenal getting Gyokeres in. It seemed like a messy deal. Sporting are the type of team that, you know, they're hard to deal with. Look at United when they tried to sign Bruno Fernandes and stuff like that. It took them a while to get it done. And you seen what they done today. Like yesterday, Sunday, Monday, the Portuguese press coming out and saying that they're offering Gyokeres to Man United. I think that gave Arteta and Arsenal a kick in the hole, going, guys, we can't let this deal go, because I for one would have lost my shit if we didn't get this deal over the line, because we have the player all sorted, the agent, they've dropped their fee, everything like that. It was just all on Arsenal. This deal was all on Arsenal. You know, obviously Sporting just says, this is what we want, give it to us, or that's it, the deal is off. The agent, as I says, trying to help out, the player himself trying to help out, taking a reduction in wages or whatever it is, bonuses and all the sorts. So look, it was a hard one to get done, but was it Arsenal sort of making it hard? You know, I don't really care now because the deal is done, you know, but if the deal did fall through, I would have liked to pick into it and see what happened. Why did we not get the deal done? So fair play to Berta and Arteta and Arsenal and everyone else involved. We've got a really good player on our hands, and let's hope he can hit the ground running, which I do think he will. But I'm not expecting him, as I said, I'm not expecting him to get over 30 goals in a season in the Premier League. But by Jesus, if he gets us about 25 goals, we could be on the dance floor. You know what I mean? Providing we get another one or two signings in, as Arteta says. With your man, Naomi, fucking whatever, the other Chelsea player, Madueke, like, I don't see it, you know what I mean? I don't look at Chelsea playing all the time. I obviously look at highlights and stuff like that, and whenever Arsenal are playing them, I obviously look at them. But for me, and England as well for that case, like, you know, I'm not always looking at England games, international games, so I think it's more because he's an English player, people think he's fucking this and he's that. He's an okay squad member. He's not going to get Arsenal the Premier League. You know, if Saka's injured, or if you want to rest Saka, or whoever else, Martinelli or Eze or whoever, if they get these players, like, you know, yeah, grand, I don't mind them going playing in an FA Cup game or a Carabao Cup or whatever, let's say in the Champions League where we're already qualified, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't mind that, but I don't want to be seeing him starting because I don't think he's that good enough. You know, I don't see it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, that means he's banging. You know what I mean? And it means it's good for Arsenal. So, yeah. And like that, by the way, I will be supporting him. I'll wish him nothing but the best, and I hope it does work out for him, as I said. But for me, at this minute, the jury's still out on that. Your man, the goalie, fucking Aspil, fucking whatever you call him, I mean Kepa, fucking head's gone. Don't like the chap either, another Chelsea fella, and the reason why I don't like him is because of what he done to Sarri that time, the Chelsea manager, when he got a head injury. It was in the FA Cup, was a Carabao Cup semi-final, final, whatever, and he went down. It was a head injury. The referee says, yeah, look, if it's a head injury, you have to come off. The doctor said to the Chelsea manager, he got a head injury, you have to take him off. He wouldn't come off, and I sort of get it. I do get it that he didn't want to come off, but if a doctor is telling you have to come off, and then your manager's telling you have to come off, I'm sorry, you have to come off, you know. And it's just that, ever since that, and like I says, I don't watch Chelsea games all the time, and I've watched them in a few games when Arsenal played Bournemouth and Chelsea, and whenever he was playing, like, you know what I mean. Yeah, he's okay, you know, and like that, I don't think he's going to push Raya for the number one spot. I think Raya has that all day long, and that's grand. So we may not see him that much, so fair enough. So yeah, the other Brentford player, Norgard. Yeah, I get the deal. I do get why. Like, I know, and I've seen a lot of people, I don't get why we're signing him. Well, like, the team is very young, and you do need a bit of experience. You know what I mean? He's not going to be a starter. Like the other Medawaki, like, you know, they're not going to be starters, but they're on the bench. You know, Jorginho, the legs were gone for him. Thomas Partey, we won't say anything about him. So it's a position we did need. Is there better players out there? Absolutely there is better players out there that we could have signed, but the window's not closed yet. You know what I mean? The window is still open. There's still plenty of time left to get other players in, and I do think we need another centre midfield. I know Zubimendi's there, and Zubimendi's a great signing. The question I have is, Liverpool were very strongly linked with him this time last year, and he said no to them. I don't know the depths of it. I don't get it. Why would he say no to Liverpool and yeah to Arsenal? Oh god damn, what are you saying? No, but you know what I mean, like, Liverpool champions, European champions, you know what I mean? Why wouldn't he not fit into that role? Because there was a position there at Liverpool for him to sit into. But look, that's up to him, and we got him now. I think he's a good player. I think there's better players out there that we could have signed, absolutely. But like that, I'll give the guy a chance. Let's see what he's about. Let's hope that he frees up the likes of Declan Rice and Odegaard, you know, and just sits in that number 6 role and just breaks up the play and do whatever. Because Thomas Partey, towards the end, the last few games of the season, he actually played well. There was a few games, even the Champions League, he played really well. He broke the game up and let the likes of Declan Rice against Real Madrid, like, you know, Declan Rice was man of the match in both games. It just gave him the freedom, and that's what I want to see. I want Declan Rice getting right up there, taking his shots, his free kicks, like, you know, putting fear into the defence of the other teams, you know. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the rest of the transfer window. But yeah, anyway, I'm back. I'm doing my stuff. Please do like, subscribe. Chat to you in the comments. Drop a chat in if you think I'm talking shite, because most of the time I am. Anyway, take care. God bless you all.